Welcome to Grace Meets Globe. Today I'm sharing crucial safety tips for traveling solo. Whether you're a seasoned traveler or just planning your first solo trip, these tips are essential. I've been to over 40 countries by myself, and I've learned a lot along the way. In this video, I'll be sharing 10 essential safety tips that I've gathered from my own experiences. Trust me, these tips can make a huge difference in your travel experience. Let's get started. One of the most important things you can do before setting off on your solo adventure is to share your itinerary with someone you trust. It could be a family member, a close friend, or even a colleague. This way, someone always knows where you are supposed to be and can check in if they haven't heard from you. When I first started traveling solo, I often forgot to do this, thinking I'd be fine on my own. But after a close call in a remote area where I lost phone service, I realized the importance of keeping someone in the loop. Even if your plans change, try to update them as much as possible. So before you embark on your next solo trip, take a few minutes to share your plans with someone you trust. Arriving at a new destination during the day can make a world of difference in your overall safety and comfort. Navigating unfamiliar places can be challenging enough without the added stress of darkness. When you arrive during daylight hours, you're more likely to find open businesses, active public transportation, and people around who can help if you need directions or assistance. If you can't avoid a late arrival, try to arrange for transportation in advance. Many hotels and hostels offer airport pickup services, which can save you a lot of hassle and ensure you get to your accommodation safely. This simple step can significantly reduce the risks associated with arriving in a new place. Keeping copies of your important documents is an absolute must for any solo traveler. This includes your passport, visa, travel insurance, and any other essential paperwork. I always keep both physical and digital copies of my documents. Physical copies are stored in a separate location from the originals, usually in my luggage or a secure place in my accommodation. Digital copies are saved on my phone, in my email, and on a cloud service like Google Drive. Having these copies can be a lifesaver in situations where you need to prove your identity or confirm your travel plans. Chapter 4. Stay aware. Staying aware of your surroundings is one of the best ways to ensure your safety while traveling solo. Pay attention to the people around you, the local customs, and any potential hazards. I've found that walking with confidence and purpose can deter potential trouble. Even if you're unsure of where you're going, try to avoid looking lost or distracted. If you need to check a map or your phone, step into a shop or a cafe to do so discreetly. Another tip is to avoid wearing flashy jewelry or expensive accessories that might make you a target for theft. Blend in as much as possible and try to dress like the locals. Trust your instincts, and if something feels off, don't hesitate to remove yourself from the situation. Chapter 5. Be cautious with strangers. While meeting new people is one of the joys of traveling, it's important to be cautious when interacting with strangers. Not everyone has good intentions, and as a solo traveler, you need to be extra vigilant. Be friendly, but also maintain a healthy level of skepticism. Avoid sharing information about where you're staying, your travel plans, or any personal details until you feel confident that the person is trustworthy. If someone offers you a ride or invites you somewhere, always trust your instincts. If it doesn't feel right, politely decline. Building connections is part of the travel experience, but always prioritize your safety. Chapter 6. Reliable transportation. Using reliable transportation is crucial for your safety as a solo traveler. Whether you're taking a taxi, using public transportation, or renting a vehicle, it's important to choose reputable and safe options. Research the best modes of transportation in your destination before you arrive, and always have a backup plan. Stick with licensed taxis or use ride-sharing apps like Uber or Lyft, which offer an added layer of security and accountability. Public transportation is often a great option, but it's important to be aware of your surroundings and keep an eye on your belongings. If you're renting a vehicle, make sure you understand the local driving laws and conditions. Reliable transportation can make your travel smoother and safer, giving you more peace of mind. Chapter 7. Secure valuables. Keeping your valuables secure is essential for any solo traveler. This includes your passport, money, electronics, and any other important items. I always use a money belt or a hidden pouch to carry my passport and extra cash. When I'm out exploring, I only carry what I need for the day and leave the rest locked up in my accommodation. Many hostels and hotels offer lockers or safes, so take advantage of these whenever possible. Another tip is to use anti-theft bags in backpacks. Keeping your valuables secure requires a bit of extra effort, but it's well worth it to ensure your peace of mind. Chapter 8. Learn local phrases. Learning basic phrases in the local language can greatly enhance your travel experience and improve your safety. Even if you're not fluent, knowing how to say simple things like hello, thank you, and help can make a big difference. I always try to learn a few key phrases before arriving in a new country. There are plenty of language apps and online resources that make learning easy and fun. In addition to basic phrases, it's also helpful to familiarize yourself with local customs and etiquette. Learning the local language and customs doesn't just keep you safe, it also enriches your travel experience by allowing you to connect more deeply with the place and its people. Chapter 9. Stay connected. Staying connected with family and friends is crucial for your safety as a solo traveler. Regularly checking in with someone back home can give you and your loved ones peace of mind. I always make sure to have a reliable means of communication, whether it's a local SIM card, an international phone plan, or access to Wi-Fi. Before leaving, I set up a communication schedule with someone I trust and stick to it. It's also helpful to have a list of emergency contacts saved on your phone and written down in case your phone dies or gets lost. Staying connected doesn't mean you have to be glued to your phone, but regular check-ins can significantly enhance your safety. Chapter 10. Trust your instincts. Trusting your instincts is perhaps the most important tip for solo travelers. Your gut feelings are often your best guide when it comes to staying safe. If something doesn't feel right, don't ignore it. Whether it's a person, a place, or situation, listen to your inner voice and take action if needed. Don't be afraid to make changes to your plans if something feels off. It's better to be safe than to regret not listening to your instincts. Your safety should always come first. Trusting your instincts can be the difference between a safe, enjoyable trip and a risky situation. I hope these tips help you stay safe on your solo adventures. Traveling alone can be incredibly rewarding, but it's important to take the necessary precautions to ensure your safety. By following these tips, you'll be better prepared to handle any challenges that come your way and make the most of your travels. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Grace Meets Globe for more travel tips and stories. My goal is to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of the month, and I would appreciate it if you hit the subscribe button to help me reach that goal.